Hello everybody, it's me, Christina. It's Breezy's World. Make sure to subscribe to this video if you're interested in going on with my journey with living with premature ovarian insufficiency, POI, aka premature ovarian failure. So I'm making this video today to talk about my test that I got back from my doctor regarding my FSH, which is the follicle-stimulating hormone. So I got some tests. I got off of hormone therapy on February 19th of 2019, and I've been monitoring my symptoms while not being on hormone therapy. The doctor said in order to get an accurate result on the testing that I'm supposed to get off of hormone replacement therapy. So I've been off of it for 2 months, and then I went and did my labs the day before yesterday, and I got my labs back today. So I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the labs that I got back that is a very important lab that is done, a test that is done for individuals with premature ovarian failure or premature ovarian insufficiency. So for those of you who do not know what premature ovarian insufficiency is, say you've just recently been diagnosed and you don't know what it is, don't feel alone. It's kind of like a work in progress in terms of the people who've been diagnosed with it. Like, a lot of us do not know what it is, and so we do our own search on the subject. I got this book. It's called Premature Ovarian Insufficiency, a clinical guide to early menopause. Basically, premature ovarian insufficiency is premature menopause. So, yeah, this is the book, and I got it on Amazon, and it was expensive, but it's pretty much the only book that is out there for premature ovarian insufficiency. So I'll read a little bit about it in the front here. It says primary ovarian insufficiency, POI, formerly called premature ovarian failure, occurs in about 1 or 2% of adult women under the age of 40. Its prevalence shows some variation across populations of women, but overall represents a condition that is neither rare nor common. It is rare enough to make it challenging to study, and its rarity is often cited as a reason to consider it a low priority for research. It is rare enough that women searching for doctors with extensive knowledge of the condition may be frustrated depending upon their geographic location. Fortunately, it is common enough so that women who suffer from this condition can find each other, compare notes on their treatment, and help drive the conversation about the best practice and treatments for women with POI. So, yeah, it's pretty much a rare diagnosis. It's unfortunate. So we all have to kind of work together, and I'm part of some Facebook groups that talk about it. So we just kind of have to stick together and break it down piece by piece and really study it. So this video is kind of talking about the follicle stimulating hormone, the FSH test. So it's a most widely used test to evaluate the ovarian function. Usually women who have POI or are in menopause have high FSH, high follicle-stimulating hormone. The reason why they have high FSH is either a genetic components could be the reason, or they could have elevated FSH could basically indicate that their ovarian reserve is becoming depleted and no longer producing eggs at all, or producing very few or low quality eggs. So that's what I kind of found out that FSH is for. So when you are fertile, you have a lower FSH level. When you are in menopause, you have a higher FSH level. So I took some notes here. So a normal FSH ranges before puberty, it's 0 to 4.0. During puberty, it's 0.3 to 10.0. A woman who is menstruating, still getting her period, could be anywhere from 4.7 to 21.5. So in that range will be a woman who's fertile, who can have children with little or no problem. And so then the last part is 25.8 to 134.8. And that means you're in menopause, basically, either premature menopause or in full-blown older woman menopause. So, and premature menopause is for a woman who went into menopause before 40. and that's what I have, premature ovarian insufficiency, aka menopause. There is a difference, and I will be making a video about the differences of those. Why do we use the FSH test? Why do doctors give it? It's basically to find out if a woman is in menopause, they're not getting their period is irregular. Usually means that their test is going to come out with a high FSH. And that's what happened to me. I didn't have my period, and I didn't have it for like 3 years. And then I'm like, what's going on? Took a test in 2016, and they said, you have premature ovarian insufficiency. So it's something that this world needs to create more awareness about, because if you are planning to be a mom and you have an absent period and you're going to your gynecologist and you're telling them, hey, yo, I have an absent period, and they're just saying, oh, it's normal, it's normal, it's normal, it may not be normal. And so we need to get some sort of awareness out there, especially if you're planning to have a family. So another reason why people use the FSH test is because they're not ovulating for whatever reason. And so they could initiate this test on a woman who is not ovulating and who wants to have a child, and it may result in having either high or low FSH. What else did I have here? Oh yeah, so I was gonna read my letter from my doctor and what my doctor said. So he was like, dear Christina, your estradiol is 8 and your FSH is 59. So mine's 59 in that level that I told you. That means that I am in menopause. So I told you that menopause is 25.8 to 134.8 approximately, estimated numbers. And I'm at 59, which means that I'm in menopause. I am not in that fertile stage. I'm not in the puberty stage, before puberty stage, or the menstruating stage. I am in a menopausal stage at 35 years old. So that's why I have been diagnosed with premature ovarian insufficiency. So he said, dear Christina, very low estradiol and high FSH consistent with the ovarian insufficiency diagnosis. The chromosome analysis takes time and is pending. I ordered a test for Fragile X back in February. I asked the lab why they didn't draw blood for that lab, and they said that there is a new lab, not that one I had ordered, which needs to be done. My apologies. When you get a chance, please have a new preferred lab for Fragile X drawn. So I have to get the Fragile X thing drawn, because I guess there's some connection to premature ovarian insufficiency with the Fragile X syndrome. So I don't really know a lot about the Fragile X. My doctor said that more than likely I don't have the Fragile X, but he said that it's one of the national tests for people who have premature ovarian insufficiency. So yeah, so there's a lot about the Fragile X syndrome in that book. It's a very complicated diagnosis. It's very rare. Yeah, it's kind of complex, so I'm not going to really read about that right now, but I'll probably do another video regarding the Fragile X syndrome. But yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that my FSH is at 59, and what are the reasons why a woman would have high FSH, or and why would someone get the FSH test. So all right, until next time, everybody, take care and make sure to subscribe. Take care.